But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Welcome to another shit show on the Bikers Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Dirty and Tank.
I used to yell, so it's getting better.
Well, that's true. You did used to yell. That still hurt.
That must COVID-proof the microphone. It's got a little mask on.
Sure, a COVID mask.
It's so you don't pop your peas.
I'd say the mesh is probably about the same as those N95 things they sell. You know, you can see right through it, you know.
Yeah.
Don't pop your peas.
You know, it's like trying to, put up chicken wire to keep mosquitoes out.
Yep.
We're rolling, by the way.
Well, that's cute.
We'll wait for you to... Oh, god damn it. Did I break this fucking thing? I think I broke
Okay.
this fucking thing. Yeah, well, I fucking dropped it, and I fucking caught it in the air, and I broke it.
Is that while you were dropping your cell phone, too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. At least you sacrificed the cell phone in place of the cigar.
Hey, he's without a sling. He's doing good.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Hopefully my doctor's not watching this, because I'm not supposed to... I'm supposed to have a sling on, but do what the fuck I want. Scooter! God.
I won't date this one.
No. Well, you can. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's like,
I don't think my Indian doctor, Dot Not Feather, watches this, so I think we're good.
Yeah, my
He
heart,
doesn't strike me as a biker.
yeah, my heart doctor, too. He'd be like, you're still smoking?
You're still smoking and drinking?
Jackass. He's already going to be pissed when I go in there Monday and I'm 30 pounds overweight, smoking cigarettes still.
I'm fucking bleeding again. Damn it.
Now we're all going to get AIDS.
Did you hurt yourself on a fucking Bush NA?
No. I cut myself in my garage this morning on a tomahawk.
Don't play with sharp things.
Yeah, well,
Who doesn't have a tomahawk in their garage? This is fucking Wisconsin. So before we get started, serious question.
Oh, we're sitting here with Scooter, by the way.
Oh, Scooter.
Say hey to the camera, Scooter.
Howdy.
Serious question, though. In 2024, does Tank have your vote for president of the
fuck
United
yeah.
States? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise, it's going to be one of them podcasts where we just spend an hour trying to convince you to vote for Tank in 2024.
And we really don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's
We
got to
won't.
be better than one of the two jackasses we got this year. So.
Well, this would go with the jackass, you know.
Well, yeah,
You know?
no shit.
You can do worse.
If this is all that our country can bring to the table, yet again,
Listen,
shit, I'll vote Tank next.
Tank is pro machine gun. Okay, machine
Suppressors?
guns for everybody.
How about suppressors?
Everything.
Perfect.
It's a fucking
I'm in.
cannons, fucking tanks, fucking whatever.
Legalization of marijuana.
Legalization of marijuana, and he's anti-gerbils in the ass. It came up at the last podcast.
Oh, yeah, I heard it got
We got on
Yeah.
Richard Gere for some reason, and then next thing you know, we led to that.
It got fucking weird quick.
It was really weird, yeah.
It got weird quick.
I don't have any opinion on that situation.
Thankfully, we don't either.
Yeah,
I didn't until last night. I'm just saying.
now you have an opinion.
Yeah, I'm not for it.
Okay.
I'm not for it.
Just checking.
I appreciate you checking and not assuming.
So, Scooter, you've been on the scene for a while now, huh?
Yeah.
We've known you for a while. Clubs had a kind of passing back and forth out on the roads and going to different functions and shit. And
Absolutely. I've been around 6-ish years now, roughly. So,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the motorcycle club that you're in?
I am a member of the DMC out of Burlington.
Nice.
And military-based motorcycle club. Non-vet myself, but yeah, do a lot of work. Put a lot of work in for veteran organizations in the Union Grove, Burlington area, Milwaukee, Racine, etc.
yeah, we were just out that way. We were at the bunker.
Yep, that's where it all began.
Oh,
Was at
really?
the bunker for us.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay. I
Yeah,
love
I've
that
seen
place, man.
I've seen
Oh,
the
yeah.
pictures up. The guys got pictures up out there.
Yep.
Of like old members and everything.
Yeah, and it's amazing. The bunker caught fire a few years back.
Oh, really?
And there's a whole lot of memorabilia there from. I mean, it's a VFW post if memory serves me right as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of memorabilia from the military donated to that facility over the years, and that was I think that was one of their main concerns when they had the bar fire was how much did we lose?
Yeah.
The irreplaceables. You can rebuild a kitchen and a bar and a whatever, but all that stuff hanging on the walls was, oh man, what's it going to look like when we get to go in there?
Yeah.
And it was all, from what I understand, fairly well salvageable.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, we had a club run up there a couple weeks back. Rained the entire ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys need to learn how to plan stuff on my non-work days.
Well,
I've been saying that for 3 years. I don't know why you guys don't check in before we plan stuff.
Is that
Well,
what
I
was?
mean-
Okay, well, I'll note that.
You didn't get the memo? Oh, fuck.
I didn't.
Are you on our emailing list?
No.
Oh, okay. We don't have one anyways, but
No.
as soon as we get one, you're on it, though,
All right.
for sure.
You got my number though.
Yeah.
Check in.
I mean, like most clubs, they all sit down around the same time, beginning of the year, and try to set their dates out.
Oh, yeah.
We all have the best of intentions, I think, to
Yeah.
spread that out. But I mean, there's only so many pieces of the biker pie that can go around. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this year's, my work, I've missed 75% of your runs over the last 6 years that I've been running around, 5 years, whatever it's been. And you'll see me show up at like 2:00 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
halfway through the strip club poker run or halfway through this or whatever, and it's fun to get out, but working every other Saturday, things like that, it is tough. It really is kind of a bummer. Hell, even our own events,
Yeah.
I miss the first half of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's- I mean, I miss just about everybody else's events because we do so many fucking events, and then I only get so much time off of work. It's trying to balance everything, and it's, and especially here in Wisconsin, you get maybe 6 months of solid riding.
yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you're
yeah.
lucky.
yeah.
If it decides not to fucking snow in April, but,
Or October.
or October, yeah.
That's like what, next week?
Yeah, well, and that's
Yeah.
just it. I mean, well, shit, look at last year. We had, almost a foot of snow on Halloween.
Yeah.
And then and fucking December on Christmas, it was like in the 60s. So you don't know what the fuck you're going to get.
No.
But
Sadly, I think it's going to go to shit sooner than later this year.
I
So-
think that's
I mean,
what
'cause
Farmer's Almanac's calling for that.
Yeah. I got this stupid little thing in my head over the last probably 10, 15 years. It's 6 weeks from whenever the snow hits the Rockies.
really,
Fuck. It's been like damn near accurate.
somebody was they posted something on Facebook
Wonderful. They just got snow.
Yeah.
they just got snow in like Sturgis area or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Like,
I called it for, it'll be Halloween and we'll have snow on the ground again.
oh, yeah.
An extra month to work on the bikes in the garage. Big deal.
But here's the thing. It's like every fucking year, the Farmer's Almanac says it's going to be the snowiest and the coldest winter ever. Every fucking year they say it. And every fucking year it's like relatively mild. So, you don't know. We could be riding on Christmas again.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you ride?
Main bike of choice is a O2 Electric Glide Classic. I've got a 13 Road Glide, Road Glide Ultra. I just picked up this year.
Oh, no shit.
And I retired the old girl a little bit, keep her around town. She's burning and smoking and wheezing again.
It's got a shit ton of miles on it, doesn't it?
Like 112 or something like that, I think, when I was riding it last night.
Yeah, it's
And,
about when they need to be.
It's been done a
Freshened
couple
up.
times. Yeah, it's due for its 50,000 mile freshen up. But bent crank at 50, top end at whatever, and it's been worked on a lot. So retired that one theoretically for the cross country trips at least, and picked up a 13 Road Glide that scares the hell out of me. It's all electronic and fancy, and
You're hoping it doesn't break.
no shit. I'm like, I've had issues with my carbureted bike. Nothing that ever left me stranded in the middle of frickin' nowhere.
Right.
And I could, break a throttle cable, tie your shoestring to it,
Mm-hmm.
frickin' run your throttle. This thing's fly by wire. I'm like, this thing's gonna be an electrical nightmare.
Yeah.
But it's got its own personality. It's kind of neat.
And we were just talking about that in one of the podcasts. I think the one we posted today or whatever.
Yeah.
That I don't care how fucking new it is. I don't care how fancy it is. Every motorcycle has its own quirks and does its own weird little shit that no other fucking bike does.
Yep.
I mean, even the God-given Japanese bikes that never break down and they run forever, but they all got their little quirks. They all do little weird shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
I loaned the bike out a month or so ago for a guy to ride on a funeral, and before I left the driveway, I'm like, the clutch is weird. If you've ridden a Harley before, yeah, I've ridden a Harley before. This one is nothing like whatever you rode. Because I put a new clutch in, I put a new cable on, I put everything in it. It's weird.
Well, so
Yeah, that little happy.
yeah,
Is that like the refrigerator running?
Yeah, we just had an aha moment.
yeah, like, oh, guess what? We forgot to shut off.
Yeah,
Hey, talk amongst yourselves real quick.
That's really, you're right. These microphones pick everything up.
yeah, they do.
It's kind of
Fucking
creepy.
professional podcast. Stuart.
It is professional.
Oh,
Well,
man.
thank God I've learned through the software how to edit a lot of that shit out.
Ah, good,
And get
good.
the levels and stuff down.
This studio is really lacking.
Our studio, yeah. Well, you get what you fucking paid for, all right?
Well, yeah, I suppose, I thought I was a high dollar, kind of guy, but
No.
I can work with this.
The high dollar property here was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, again, I heard. So,
Yeah, $40 ass shots. Yeah,
It was $80 ass shots.
$80.
It's $80.
a 2-for-1 deal, or?
I hope.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's what we were talking about. It's like, that's a lot of fucking money. $80 fucking dollars for a shot?
That's a night of drinking back when I was drinking a lot.
At $5, you can pet a taco.
Yeah.
Or
there was that.
$40 to drink an ass shot. $5 to pet a taco. I think I'm going to go for the $5.
It was a good podcast. Let me tell you.
It was a good podcast.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so we're talking
we
about
enjoyed
we're talking
ourselves.
about your boring bikes. Let's talk about that dyno you used to have.
Used to, keyword.
Used
Sold that
to.
off. Hopefully the kid's still alive. That thing was scary. He was somewhere down south of Rockford. I warned him 3 times before he left the driveway after handing me the cash for it. I said, just don't kill yourself. Point it straight and go. But, yeah, that was a fun little scooter. I'm all about, I like turning my own wrenches. And, I like building things as cheap as possible with as many used parts
I hear
as
you.
possible.
I hear you.
And all I know is after I put that motor together and that thing putting a 118 to the wheel, I think,
Nice.
on $1,100 for the parts.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, Aaron Harp, my tuner.
Yeah.
The only thing I got from him pretty much right after he strapped it on the dyno sends me a text message. I fucking hate people like you.
Why is that?
Because he's like, I have to work and spend all my money and tune every tiny little piece and part and component to make the numbers, and some dickhead like you comes in here with a bucket of used parts and throws down stupid numbers on the dyno.
I make my own gaskets, I mean, not like for my engine, but like, air filter mounts, carb mounts,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just get the rubberized cork and you're fine, And I mean, you're talking to a guy that puts O-rings, in freezers to get, or I'll have 2 and then rotate them between the bag,
Yeah.
Put one in the bag, it'll, get back into shape again, and pull the other one out, just sort of rotate them,
So that shrinks an O-ring.
It does, yes.
Degasifies it or whatever. So
I don't know what the hell works. Some old guy a friend of mine's got a pan head and a shovel head and he's got an EL45, and he's like, yeah, this is what you do, Tank.
shrink the gasket or shrink the O-ring.
Shrink the O-ring, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna keep that in mind next time I'm in a pinch.
Yeah.
And it's weird shit like that you don't get from today's mechanics either.
Well, yeah.
That comes from some old dude that didn't have 2 dimes to rub together and needed to make that O-ring work. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, maybe if I freeze it.
Dude, our brother Pops, he gave me it was an early shovelhead manual, okay? And it's a hardcover, okay?
Oh, wow.
And it's that thick. That for anybody, it's like 3/4 of an inch thick. Now the one I have for my Road King, my 09, is every bit as thick as like a fucking phone book for like Chicago. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like
Well, you needed what, three wrenches to take that whole old shovel head apart? 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16, and a hammer.
Yep.
Well, there was the one specialty head bolt wrench that they had, the one that sort of wrapped around the side.
So something that somebody hit with a torch and bent it at a
Right.
goofy angle.
Yeah. One pair of vice grips.
But you're right; those old dudes have all the tips. I mean, same guy who's got the pan head and the EL45 and everything is like, what the hell you need to buy clutch plates for, Tank? Just take them out and find a spot on the concrete driveway and scratch them around a little. He says.
Worked just fine.
Yeah.
And they evidently do, because
They'll bite again.
yeah.
So
You probably know him.
So you're gonna get back into fast
I'm not going to
bikes?
say his name, but you probably know him.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you gonna get back into fast bike someday, or you just?
I got one in the garage I'm building now.
Oh yeah, what are you building?
Girl's bike, Softail.
Nice.
What the fuck?
I told you, I've been watching
I'm
these
sorry,
podcasts
it's science.
now. No,
It's on the internet. It's got to be
Hey,
true.
I own it. So it's a guy's bike too.
Yeah.
I got a '01 Softail I picked up to replace the Dyna.
Nice.
And so that's going to be the next ashtray build with a foot clutch apes. Bare bones the thing as best I can and build as much power as I can for as cheap as I can.
And bone stock, they're about 80 horsepower,
Yeah, they get the job done.
So
but
that's a TC88B. They
Yep.
had to specialize that motor for the Softail frame.
yeah, this will be my first Softail that I've ever owned, so I figured whatever.
I'll say this right now. I like the 88s over any other twin cam. Over any, well, maybe the 96. The 96 and the 88 were probably the two best twin cams they made.
The wife's bike's got the 96 in it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. But I'm all about carburetors, man. I hate EFI stuff. So this '01 was carbureted. I just bought it. Done.
You talking like a S&S Super E, or you go with the CV carb?
CV carbs.
You can say what you want about them, but if you can dial one in,
Yeah.
that's they're pretty good.
Yeah. Jets, needle, shim.
You're both wrong.
Drill
It's
the slide.
Makuni, but okay, go ahead.
Is it a Makuni CV?
No, I'm saying get a Makuni.
Get a Makuni.
Yeah.
Never had one. Don't need to learn how to tune one.
They're
I did the
cake.
S&S thing. Meh. There's just not enough tuning range in it for my
Right.
dumbass. They're very tunable, and mine didn't have the extra air bleed in it. Stuff like that. It was an old one. It should have just been shelved, which is actually why I got it cheap, because it was shelved somewhere.
Dude, them 60-year-old guys love them fuckers, though.
Oh, it ran great.
That's probably why they. First of all, let's talk about this high-end hooch that you brought in. What is this?
That's the old Ezra.
Old Ezra.
Once you kill that one, we got the Bookers.
When I drank, Ezra was my choice of bourbon.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
It's a little different every time around.
I stopped drinking. They're like, "What the hell happened up in Wisconsin? Jesus Christ, our consumption's gone down."
Now, what were you
I
saying?
was drinking a lot.
What were you saying about a whiskey old fashioned before we started this?
Yeah, or bourbon whiskey old fashioned. It's a shot of whiskey, squirt. For I don't know how much you put in it. The amaretto,
Oh, okay.
and then a little lemon juice.
Nice.
And man, it's like a whiskey old. It tastes like a brandy old fashioned, but with whiskey.
Nice.
Throw the brandy out. I hate brandy. I'm Wisconsin, but I hate brandy. I just can't. do it.
Brandy's big in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They-
That blackberry brandy, too.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
God.
God, no! If I'm freezing to death on the side of the road, sure, pour some blackberry brandy in me. That's all it's good for.
There are those fucking old boys that, like, whatever ails you, like, oh, is your knee hurt? A little bit of fucking
Little
blackberry brandy, yeah, fucking fix your, you got a fever? A little, you got the COVID? A little blackberry brandy, yeah, you're right good.
That's like north of Adams County, though.
You think so?
I think so.
north of Adams County. Yeah, they get a little fruity up there north of Petenwell, and
I mean, it would start in Adams, I'd say probably, but yeah, from there north, if you can't drink blackberry brandy like it's water, you don't belong up there.
you go up that area.
Off and on as a kid. I had family up there as a kid, Wisconsin Rapids area, stuff like that. But
Oh, yeah.
I still got some family up in Oxford. And
We used to have a cabin up in Tomahawk,
okay,
up on Nokomis.
sure.
Fucking good riding up there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it's weather of extremes up there.
Oh yeah.
Everything's extremes up there. You go through a fucking swarm of bugs on the road.
Oh.
It's not 12. It's
No.
12 million.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
Plastering on your face.
running
man.
off the windshield of the bike. And
Yeah.
it's like it's raining.
Dude, I was up by fucking Wausau one time, and I hit a swarm of, I'm assuming they were mayflies. And I had to stop at the next gas station and scrub off my fucking headlight because I couldn't fucking see. I thought the fucker went out.
They've been known to clog up intakes of friggin'
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah.
They get so bad up there, but it's it's good riding up there. But I mean, it's Wisconsin. We've got the fifth worst roads in the country.
Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
It was good in like the early 2000s. The roads
Yeah.
were like, I always call it the Bermuda Triangle of Wisconsin, kind of Richland Center, the Dells, and straight across, and then up towards La Crosse, and that little triangle,
94 area right there.
where
Yeah.
that 90
Black River
to the
Falls.
south, that
Boston.
it's like the epic
Toma.
perfect riding up there. And back when I was first riding, longer distances, big day trips and stuff, 03, 4, 5, the roads up there were all brand new. I had them memorized. It was great. I take people up there now, and it's like a fucking pothole nightmare.
I was just on Monday. I was up in Blue River and like Avoca. I mean, I can't remember. It begins with an M. I don't know what the fuck name is up there. There's a bunch of nothing little towns all along the Wisconsin River. Great area. I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But you drive around up there and you look at people's houses, and I'm like, how the fuck do you people earn a living here? How do you make ends meet? Where's the store?
Yeah.
I mean, does everybody go to the Quick Trip? I mean,
Hey, I could live off Quick Trip.
a lot
Quick
of
Trip's
people
my
can't.
favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
My
It is.
favorite restaurant.
Dude, seriously,
It is.
I could do breakfast, lunch, dinner 5 days a week at least there. And man, if you don't live in Wisconsin and don't have a Quick Trip at home, I feel fucking sorry for you.
Well, first of all, you can't. Okay, I'm pretty sure Quick Trip has bought out every other fucking gas
Oh,
station
yeah.
fucking franchise. You know what I mean?
They're
I'm
working
just saying,
on it.
like the people that live in Minnesota and Iowa,
Oh, yeah.
outside of Wisconsin.
Do you know that there's
I don't
a-
know what you have?
Different Quick Trip in Iowa.
Isn't
It's
it
spelled
like
the proper way.
Is it really?
Yes. So it's a Q instead of a K for quick. Yeah.
Same shit on the menu.
Yeah, it's almost like a
Emphasis
mirrored
on
image.
shit?
It's just got a different name. I don't know if they. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that worked out,
Like
but
Fleet Farm and Farm and Fleet. Two
Oh,
brothers
yeah.
that pissy with each
That
other or
whole
whatever.
family feud they had going on there.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
this is
so-
the most Wisconsin podcast we've ever done.
Yeah, no
we're gonna keep
shit.
it rolling though because it's good. We can
Well,
talk this all day.
Harley's Wisconsin. I mean, we're real close to it here. So you being a, sounds like hose clamp, duct tape, zip ties, parts from a '68 Chevy type of guy. So you travel around.
Oh, yeah.
What's in your saddlebags?
Oh, small toolkit. Coat, chaps, gloves, lots of frickin' gloves. And
Yep. You got them electric gloves yet?
I got electric coat and
Oh,
gloves.
Wow.
Oh yeah, plug that shit. I'm good till like low 20s out on the interstate.
Damn.
helmet, neck gaiter, plug in my coat. My coat plugs into my gloves. Flip the switch. I'll be sweating by the time I go north.
I gotta give me some of that.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah, best ever.
Yeah,
best ever,
I guess you can say what you want. When I was younger, I was like, no self-respecting biker should have wires coming off of him. And
Oh,
the fuck was I thinking?
I kind of thought that at the same time, and then I was 25 and I bought a bagger. And I'm like, oh, so it's a geezer glide, and I'm 25, so I'm already fucking old.
Right.
I found the shit cheap, of course, because I'm cheap. And I put it on, and I'm like, damn, I should have done this a long time ago. Because I like riding until it's snowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't put shit for miles on this year. It really sucks, but from here on until snow is actually my favorite time of year to ride. The fall colors, and you go out and it's 55 during the day, and it's 25 or 30 at night. And you got 100 miles to get home. It's click, click, plug, plug.
Yeah, but I mean, during the daytime, it'll get up to 75
Oh, yeah.
and sunny. It's
Yeah.
beautiful out around here for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's sort of like that whole that Pitch Black movie. Don't get caught out there after fucking dark. 'Cause you're gonna freeze your fucking ass off, man.
well, those valleys get really chilly, man, when you're going through those.
Get that 10-degree temperature drop.
Oh, boy.
Coming back Wednesday night from Burlington, I was coming back on 11, and the dips and
Yep.
the waves, and it was roasty toasty at the top, and then you hit the bottom, and you're like, it's so cold.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, just when you leave Janesville, you get out of Janesville, it's like, wow, that concrete was really
the
warm
name
in
of that?
there,
No
man.
kidding, no kidding.
What's the name of that little town where they got that old timey gas station on 11 there coming out of Burlington? You talking about that dip that like right after Lions, the road that leads to Lions or whatever? Anyways, yeah, fucking freeze your balls
Oh, yeah,
off.
it's
out
all
there.
kind of marshy.
Dude, here's
and
how
swampy.
low rent I am. I was talking on the other fucking podcast when we were talking about gear and everything. So when I get too cold, I get them thin ass knit gloves and I put those on, and then I put my regular gloves on over the top of them. That's how low rent I am.
Rubber gloves,
Rubber gloves, you say?
surgical gloves.
You think?
You put surgical gloves on, and then your gauntlets or whatever. Way better.
Does that keep the moisture in or something?
Keeps all your sweat inside in the rubber, and
Wow.
then the insulation of the glove continues to work.
I used rubber gloves one time when it was raining like a motherfucker, and that seemed to help out a lot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that next time it's cold and you're going to run somewhere. Just grab a set of surgical gloves. So I always carry a ton of that stuff in the bike. Med kit. I don't know what I do with it. I just stuff people's holes with it or something.
Just prepared, huh?
I like to remember that for this winter because it kind of gets down to like sometimes 60, at night in Florida.
man, that sucks.
Yeah, that cool ocean breeze. It's,
Fuck. You should have the wife knit you a sweater or something.
Oh,
maybe.
no, I just wear the hoodie.
You know what we don't have in Wisconsin though is that's fucking dinosaurs in our backyards. We don't have any of those.
Yeah, I do have a dinosaur in my backyard.
alligators.
Gus the Gator.
Oh,
Yeah.
alligator. Gus the Gator.
Gus-
You like
I
he
named
hangs out
him.
enough that you name him.
Hey, I've got pictures of him. I'll show you.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, he's getting up. He's getting up to about 5 feet. They're gonna have to drag him out of there pretty soon.
Really?
Now, what is this that we're pouring?
This is the Booker's Backyard Barbecue
Oh.
2018.
Oh,
They do 4 batches a year.
This is the sipping bourbon.
This is the sipping bourbon. This is a 120.
All right, it's
what
not
did
the
I say?
guzzling kind dirty, okay?
Yeah, the
No guzzle.
129. So
any whiskey's a guzzling whiskey if you got the balls for it.
When I was drinking it, it sure was. Jesus Christ.
They're all. Hold on, let me cleanse the palate.
4 ice cubes, I'd fill that glass and then swish it around a little.
oh God no.
Got to cleanse the palate.
I wouldn't be able to afford to drink if I drank like that anymore.
Well, that was the problem. Is I had hit over that hump where, one's too many and 1,000's not enough.
Yeah. I was there. I actually stopped drinking for like 7 years.
I did the same thing back in the day.
Yep. It was good. It was good, and then I realized, I got divorced. Drank a little bit while I was dating the new wife, and but I realized that I drank too much and it caused problems in my life, and I quit 7 years without a drink. And then one day we went out to dinner, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a Jack and 7 because that was my drink of choice.
Oh.
Had one, went home. If I was at a bar, I would have drank all night.
Yeah.
But I did that a few times with dinners and stuff over the next few months, and I got to a spot where I could have one, and I didn't need to stop at the liquor store on the way home. I didn't need to go to a bar on the way home, and it was nice. It was nice. Now I can sit down and do something like this and have a cocktail, and
Sure.
I don't have to sit here and sleep on your couch because I'm frickin' bombed.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Those couches?
Yeah, I don't.
No, let's not go there.
sleep under the pool table.
I wouldn't put them. I wouldn't put them under a black
Let's put it this
light.
way: if you had a black light in here, it'd look like a fucking CSI crime scene. Let's
looks
just put
like-
it that way.
Yeah.
Allegedly, just allegedly.
Allegedly.
Charlie Harper's bedroom.
So let's
Anyway,
let's try this. Let's try this here. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, I just
That's pretty good.
looking for the reaction.
Whew.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got
a little bite.
a little bit of bite to it.
Yep. Backside's good though.
It is
that'll
good.
stick with you for like a half an hour, just one little sip.
Yeah. Wow, that's
so were you lucky enough to get, not lucky because it was a bad thing, but were you able to get over to Shipwreck's funeral?
I was absolutely.
What did you think about all that?
It was an amazing honor for the man.
Yeah, it was.
I spent a lot of time there. Just anything I could do to help and run around errands, piddly stuff. But there for his wife, there for his brothers, and I met
to Shipwreck.
to Shipwreck.
well. He deserves the.
Yeah,
good
he
stuff.
does.
But
I keep drinking it too fast. We'll just put it over here. For you. Switch over to PBR.
So
otherwise,
it'll
it's gonna
find
turn
its
into a
way
shit show.
back. I know how this works.
yeah, amazing man though. Beautiful event for him. It was.
I was really quite moved by the ceremony.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the man at the service was phenomenal.
Pastor did an amazing job. for
Yeah,
him.
he really did.
It was beautiful that he knew the man. He knew him and had stories of him, and just and actually hearing all the other stories of him. I grew up with him. We probated together as DMZ. I patched in. He ended up patching in, of course, and
Yeah,
then
he and Billy.
Yep, and then he moved on to another chapter of his life. But so me and him had a bond, from back in the day, so I could share some stories. I was there the night he was named as DMZ, and then we were very honored that he carried that name into his next chapter of life. But yeah, being able to share stories, new and old, it was really great meeting people all over the country that knew him and talked well of him.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely, he made an impact in his very short life that he
yeah,
had.
absolutely.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was just one of those fucking dudes, man. He had that fucking
That
smirk,
smirk.
the smirk,
Grin,
or
yeah.
grin, or whatever.
That grin, that shit-eating grin on his
Like,
face.
yeah, it was just one of those fucking things. Like, when he did that, either everything was really cool or it wasn't.
It was not going to be cool.
Yeah, so everything was cool or it wasn't, and it was the same fucking smirk, man. And oh man, he's one of the fucking good ones, man. Not to say anything bad about anybody that's still around, but it's just
Oh,
I don't know, man. He's just one of the good ones. man.
irreplaceable.
Yeah,
Irreplaceable.
there's never going to be another.
Very much so.
Won't be forgotten. Well,
He
fuck.
was-
When we got patched in, he was at the fucking clubhouse when
Yeah.
we got patched in.
Yeah.
Were you there too?
I was there. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
got to
God.
I got to hear your stories. Letters you had to
Oh
write.
yeah, it's over there on the fucking wall.
Yeah, it is.
You guys
Over there on
framed
the
that
fucking
shit.
wall.
That's
We didn't frame it. Somebody else did,
yeah,
but
sure. No, I've been around for the patching of a few of your guys'
Okay.
numbers over the years.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a little exercise, and they switched it up on us. We each had to write one, and then they made us each read the others.
yeah.
So I was a little more brevity. Mine was like 1 page. I was
Yeah.
trying to parse my words. Friggin' Shakespeare over here decided
I'm a
to
You
Jack
talk
Happy.
about-
you were the wordsmith.
I was the wordsmith. Yeah.
Fuck.
I couldn't remember. I knew one was the wordsmith, and yeah, that was always a good time. But so yeah, you guys came up in the same time period then.
We did,
as
yeah,
that, you
all
know,
about the
and-
same time.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was.
Well, and actually, fun little fact that the last guy we patched into this club, Shipwreck was a part of that and handed him his his
Oh,
vest.
very cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so.
very
I mean, when he fucking died. I mean, and he got into a wreck fucking like 3-4 days after
3-4
I did.
days after.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember hearing about your guys's, and then
Yeah.
hearing about his, and it's devastating to the motorcycle
That was
community.
two
It
weeks
really was.
of some shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a whole year of shit.
Yeah.
My
Well,
year,
that's true,
My
too.
year, going back into 2019, we lost a patch member from a heart attack. Older gentleman, but still too young. Then we lost another patch member and his gal in early April, I believe, on a bike.
Wow.
And then it's just been one after another, after another, after another, all year long. Friends, family, coworkers. I lost a coworker this year, it's pretty much all I've done nonstop all summer long is memorials and funerals. It's been rough.
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, we had,
We're done.
I was down in Florida. We had a club brother, Pops, came to visit me, and then he got in a bad wreck. Then I'm visiting him up in the hospital. He's up in Gainesville, and, in really bad shape. And then, in the middle of all that, then my dad dies up here. So I had to come all the way back up here. And
2020's fucking
It's-
sucked.
2020 sucks
Yeah.
balls.
Fuck 2020, man.
We've been-
Jesus.
My wife and I, we haven't had a house party in a while, and I think we're going to finally find some time, hopefully in mid-October or something. We were going to do it in September. We're going to have a New Year's Eve party.
No, wait,
We're done.
wait, what?
October. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve
We're
party
just
in
gonna-
October.
We're just going to call 2020 done.
Yeah.
Move on.
That's just throwing
You
a
know.
towel.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need to Apollo Creed this motherfucker all the way to the end.
Yeah, but how do we know 2020 isn't sitting there going, hold my beer?
Well, that's why we're getting it done. We're going to get it done in October.
Good.
Just get into 2021 and our own personal mentality in life, and that way, if 2020's got another screwball to throw at us,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's, dude. Well, fuck. The week after fucking, actually, the day after Shipwreck's funeral, one of the guys that we know, a friend of one of our brothers, he died in a motorcycle accident.
Clinton.
And then we're at another funeral the following fucking weekend.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, dude, it's like, fuck, man. So every time we'll be on Facebook and you get those like county scanners or whatever, and it says motorcycle accident with car, and
And it
it's
goes
like,
out to the club
fuck,
immediately.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
we're like, all right, everybody
call.
accounted
Check in.
for. Everybody check
Yeah.
in.
motherfucker, man.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. You always hear them, the non-motorcycle riders, like, aren't you afraid? Aren't you worried about dying? Well, fuck, I don't want to die, but it's not gonna keep me from fucking riding.
I could slip and fall in the tub tomorrow night.
You
and
got
fucking
it, man.
Bust
Yeah.
my head and be either a vegetable, dead, paraplegic, whatever. If I was really raised, Lutheran religious, not complete Bible thumping parents or anything like that.
Peace be
but,
with you.
know,
Yeah.
and
Me too.
But I'm a true believer. It's your time. It's your time. Do what you're gonna do. Do it smartly, of course. Don't go out and run a $150, weave in traffic all day every day.
That's just
So don't do that.
Don't.
Oh,
No
don't do
sense
that.
in
Oh.
pushing your luck on God's will.
But what if your
you say
motorcycle
so.
can go that fast?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad mine gets the wobbles at allegedly at 115.
Yeah,
It
that
gets,
that
You know, you can fix it. You can put a little stabilizer link there. And, oh, yeah.
no,
No,
good.
they're
We're good.
Oh.
I'm good.
it's a little
I'm good.
spacer, isn't it?
I've
No, it's like a little shock.
shock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done the sport bike thing. I can't do the sport bike thing. I don't because I get on it. I gotta go that fast.
They-
Well, they just
So,
beg to be ridden that quick.
Yeah.
Dude, I've said it before. I'll say it again. You could take the fucking Pope, stick him on a fucking sport bike. I don't even give a shit what it is. R6 to a
Oh, yeah.
fucking Gixxer 1000.
He's doing $150.
Yeah, that motherfucker's doing wheelies. They promote retardedness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like dirt bikes.
Oh yeah,
You know,
exactly, same thing.
I used to run dirt bike out on the ice on the lake, you know,
Yeah.
and it just promotes stupidity.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
you're gonna do dumb shit. I don't care how level-headed you think you are. As soon as you get on there and you crack that throttle, you're like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna do this all the fucking time.
Game on.
Yeah, but
Game
you know,
on.
all that dumb shit that I learned how to do on a dirt bike, you know, has helped me out tremendously whenever I've had problems that have begun to arise or get yourself, take a little too much speed into a turn,
Yep.
hit into some gravel, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't panic.
Yeah,
You know.
that when in doubt, throttle out. That's a huge dirt bike thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that equates to the street too.
Well, you learn
know?
how to trail brake, you
Yeah.
know, and you can trail brake on a street bike. I mean,
Yeah. You know, the front end starts washing because you're pushing too hard, or you find some gravel, grab a fistful of throttle, lift the front end off. You know, take some weight off on a big Harley touring bike. You're not going to just you will you?
I don't know how many times I flat tracked the fucking corner on my fucking Road King.
Oh, yeah.
You know, how did you do that? Well, yeah, ride a dirt bike. I always wanted to get into those like flat track races. Wanted to build like a sporty and do the flat track races like at Mama Triad or something like that. You ever fucking look into doing anything like that?
I don't like racing with other people.
Really?
No, I really don't. You know, when I was racing ice bikes, I'd just go out and run the scrambles track or run the oval that they had out on Kashkanan a lot. And, you know, you'd be out there with other people and stuff, but I was never fast.
So you're not
I
into
was having
competition?
fun. Oh, I am very competitive, but not in a racing aspect. Not on two wheels. You put me in
Yeah.
a go-kart, I'm freaking dead focus.
Dead
see,
focus.
like my bucket list, I always wanted to go out to Isle of Man and watch the time trials
You know, every day.
from afar. I don't want to be that guy right down
Yeah.
there on the road, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I
Give me
like-
the bleachers, I'll be up and back. You
I
know,
want to be about 5 people back from the
Yeah.
fucking tape that they have to stop the fucking motorcycle that's going to go careening into the crowd.
Well, you just got to stay on the inside of the corner.
Right.
Because the debris goes to the outside of the corner usually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
stay
yeah, if
on
you're in the inside, yeah, you should be
yeah.
fine, yeah.
Oh yeah. And one of them little jump things, you know, like where
Yeah.
the bikes come out of the corner, they're heeled over, and it's like 2 wheels up, and they're wobbling down.
You
and,
want to be at the jump, not at the other end of the jump.
or like while they're in flight, because then they probably can't like hit you, hopefully, or duck.
well,
Right.
yeah,
You
right.
know?
So many good videos out there, you know. Yeah. That one area with the cliff, and you see the guys just sort of careening off like a helicopter, you
Oh,
know.
my
like,
God, yeah.
God, I hope he's not hurt.
No, I hope
What do you
he's-
think happened? He just flew 100 feet in the air.
I hope it was just dead on impact.
No
No,
shit.
no suffering, you know, because you know that 10 seconds of tumbling flight, he was like dying in his head.
Oh, yeah, his
Oh, yeah.
his
Oh, my
brain
God.
scrambling right
Yeah.
there. You can only take so many shots to the side of your skull.
Yeah. So,
I always thought it was cool. You know, the Orfordville 213 between Beloit and Orfordville?
Oh, yeah.
And I wish that road, I wish they would finally get that fucking paved. Because that's a fun road, and I always thought it'd be really cool to block that fucker off and then do some time trials between Beloit and Orfordville. Just so that road was wide open, because that would be so much fun. Think about all those rises and the dips and
well, you go down, you know, out in Nevada, I think it's Nebraska or Oklahoma, they shut roads down. They do that open road racing in cars.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do it bikes in the stateside because I think they see Isle of Man and they're like, no. But, you know, you can see some of that open road auto racing stateside. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
213, County H.
Yep.
Up by Edgerton area, Fulton. You know, that would be a beautiful
Yeah, in
stretch
between,
to
14 and Fulton, yeah.
You know how many cars would end up in the river probably down there on the one curve?
there
You
is
know,
that
there's
one
problem.
turn on H, though. Right when you get off of 14, you get onto H, and that first big turn that sort of turns in, they fixed that road, and that turn still wants to slingshot you into traffic.
Oh.
You know the one I'm talking about,
Yeah, the
right?
first right-hander as you
First-
come in.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
See, I never really run it north or south to north. I run it north to south coming home from work or something. And
It's a lot more manageable in that direction.
But you forget it's there. You come
Yeah.
out of the last right-hander and you still, oh shit, there's still another
Yeah,
left-hander
yeah.
there as you're hucking down the hill a little bit.
Yeah, and it's banked weird, you know, and that poor bastard lives right on the. Yeah, I'd hate to be that motherfucker trying to get out of his driveway all the time. God damn.
Fucking 59 on in between Union and Edgerton.
Oh, that's a
a
nice little
good
stretch, too.
stretch of road.
And that's got good pavement on it.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
did that a few years ago or whatever.
Yes, they did. I used to live out there. Oh yeah, that was way to and from work.
Oh yeah, you get good at that's
Oh.
yeah. I wish I had a good road to work. I like it as frickin' 90.
Well, yeah, now I live here, so yeah, I get it's all straight and stupid.
Well, it's not straight right now. It's 90. It's
Well,
all like,
yeah.
oh, it's honestly like a game of, I don't know, Frogger. Or what was that crappy video game that you'd play in like the Pizza Hut
like
where you had
Pace Setter or something like
Setter?
that. Yeah, where the wheel
Or-
just spun for fucking ever. Yeah.
and no matter what you did, you ran into something. That's like I-90 right now during construction. I mean, it's a
Fucking
free-for-all
road
out
construction, man. We've been fucking going down like south and whatever fucking interstate that is in Indiana before you get to Indianapolis.
65.
Oh my god, that is just a fucking mess. I don't know what they're doing down there, but it's just been a mess for like the past 4 years.
Well, what's the alternative? Central Illinois? I mean, you'll fucking commit suicide driving down that straight ass.
Going through Illinois is a
God.
fucking slow death.
It really is.
It's like Silo.
Yeah. Gee.
Silo.
Oh, windmill.
Another 1 acre pond with a guy with a pontoon boat on it. In the
Yeah.
middle of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know why those 1 acre ponds are there, right?
Silo.
No.
Why?
They dug those ponds to take the roadbed and build the roadbed up.
Really?
So, like, as you're going down 39 south into Illinois, anytime there's a bridge overpass of 39, there's a pond.
Really?
They took that dirt, made the pond, and built the embankments for the bridge.
Well, I'm heading down through there on Monday. I'll have to check that out.
Well,
as
check
I
it
go.
out. There's at
I'll
every
be
bridge.
going, yeah.
At every bridge, there's like that 2 acre, 1 acre pond thing.
Really?
And- oh yeah. And they just dug the dirt, moved it to because it's fucking flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, how do you get a bridge?
Yeah, I mean, it is until you get like south of Effingham.
Yeah.
You know, down where southern Illinois is nice.
Oh,
but,
it really is. Yeah.
but south of Rockford, down beyond fucking Bloomington and shit. God damn. How you don't commit suicide every day living out
How you
there?
don't just fall asleep? I
My
don't know how many
God.
people just randomly fall asleep and drive off the road.
Well, let alone the big trucks and those winds that come across there. I mean, you talk about getting sucked in under a bike. I mean, under a big wheel on the bike. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Silo. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you saw another one now. Yeah.
Silo.
Well,
That's what it's like.
and then Polo. You know, you get through Polo with all the wind farm there.
Yeah,
up and down.
yeah.
Oh, driving that at night,
Dude, at
staring
night,
at all those,
yeah.
All those red
blinking
lights
All those little
blinking, I
blinky
know.
lights, yeah.
Yeah,
It's trippy as fuck.
And they can't. If they could all blink at the same time, maybe it'd be better. But there's like blink, 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 blink. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
times.
It's like, have you ever driven across the salt flats?
No. Yeah, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Please explain.
Me and a club brother,
Uh-huh.
we took a trip to Sturgis, 3 summers ago now. And
Speaking of Sturgis, you do any ass shots while you're in Sturgis?
no.
Oh, okay. We
No.
heard about ass shots in the last podcast.
They're a little
Yeah,
pricey.
They're pricey.
Now, I've been spanked in Sturgis, but I've never done an ass shot.
I don't know about the ass shots. I think you'd get E. coli from.
Yeah,
or pink
that
eye.
would be pink eye. Keep your eyes out. You don't wear glasses. I do. I don't have to worry about splatter that way. But
Splatter.
Salt flats, though.
There's a
Salt
visual.
flats. Yeah,
Anyway,
back to
salt
salt
flats.
flats. Our trip to Sturgis included the state of Nevada.
Yeah.
And we did like 3,700 miles in 5.5 days. It was freaking awesome.
Nice.
And but yeah, going across the salt flats, we come out of Utah and heading towards Nevada, and it's like 2 lanes, and then salt flats, and then 2 lanes, like a football field or 2 away from you, going the other way, and you're just driving along, and it's 80-ish, 90 miles, whatever it is, straight.
Of nothing.
70 miles an hour, salt on both sides, and it's telephone pole, telephone pole, telephone pole for 80 miles.
Nice.
And when you first start out, the first 50 miles of it maybe,
Yeah.
it's just, oh, this is cool, all this salt and blah blah blah. And after that, you're like, well, we know we're getting closer to Bonneville, and so, but it's like, so there's a little excitement there. But then all of a sudden, you start seeing these like skid marks in the road and these impact marks in the salt,
Wow.
and I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm looking around and I'm watching this, and I'm like, they get more and more and more and more. So I talked to a local on the other side when we're
They
sitting
get
at the salt flats.
mesmerized.
No, they fall asleep.
Oh.
They fall asleep, and especially at night, because
Yeah.
there's nothing. You're not even turning the wheel or nothing. They fall asleep, get down on the shoulder, overcorrect, and barrel roll their cars out into the salt.
Wow.
And literally, it's like skid marks on the road, and then you see impact marks as the car like airbornes itself
Jesus.
tumbling.
Wow.
And we're
Surprised they don't
running.
put like rumble strips or something out there.
it's Utah. Yeah.
Fucking Mormons.
They don't even understand what guardrails are out there. I mean, you've ridden in the mountains and stuff, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Not out west, but out east.
out east,
yeah.
yeah. You know, I've looked over some things out east, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
that should have a
Oh, yeah.
guardrail.
Dude, Pennsylvania.
Just turn your head.
Yeah.
When you're fucking around in Pennsylvania and the fucking mountains up there, it is spooky. We see
Wisconsin.
clouds.
Oh yeah, Wisconsin,
Next to you?
We put a guardrail on a flat road going out in a cornfield.
That's
you
because
know.
we drink a lot here in Wisconsin.
Oh, it's like pinball.
Yeah, it's like bumper cars.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think ahead. You don't want to fuck up the crop.
Yeah, that corn.
Corn's
that's
expensive. Yeah, I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
Last thing you need is some asshole in a car fucking taking out a good chunk of your crop, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I had a buddy go through a barbed wire fence about 6 years ago.
Oof.
Yeah.
Cage or bike?
Bike.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what
It,
dude.
it wasn't pretty.
that didn't end well, did it?
No, and he's all right now, but
Really?
he's bald.
What are
And
you
they're
saying
in-
about bald guys?
And at least you could probably at one point in time grow hair.
Yeah.
He's unable to grow anything up there now, and now it kind of skinned it a little.
Lucky to walk
Yeah,
away
but
from
getting
that,
back to
you
the salt flats, I mean, you've
Yeah.
seen those idiots out there. I mean, famous picture of that guy out there naked on a motorcycle going like 250 miles an hour.
The world's fastest Indian. you mean?
Yeah, Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
We didn't get to see any racing.
No?
You know, it was the wrong time of year for racing. I don't know when they do that, but
It's
we got to read the plaques and all this
mid-August?
stuff.
Mid
Oh,
to late August.
we would
something
have been
like
there
that,
like
Speed
the
Week?
first week of August. So yeah, we
almost
missed it. Almost.
missed it.
Now, does it smell salty?
Oh, it smells horrible, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
low tide, like
Yeah, it's
Like dead
yeah.
fish.
Your low tide smell. Nah, not dead fishy, but it's weird. It's
low
really
tide's
weird.
got kind of a marshy, kind of
Yeah, yeah. It's
dead,
not.
dead salt smell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Well, where else have you ridden that what you would say would be interesting here in America?
Man, interesting in America. I mean, I've done the Dragon and the things of that nature. That's a beautiful area, but
Been to the Smoky Mountains.
been through a fair amount of like is that the lower Apple? No, I've been through the Appalachians. Smokies are further north, right?
Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, okay. So I've
Yeah.
been in the Smokies then.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tennessee, North Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
Virginia, West Virginia. I try and take a trip that way every year. It's been a couple of years, sadly,
Yeah.
but yeah, the wife and I love going down there and just tootling the back roads. Honestly, some of the best riding is what's the Dukes of Hazzard town?
Hazard County.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hazard
well,
County
Hazard
down in
yeah,
Georgia.
Yeah, no, Kentucky.
Oh, in Kentucky. Oh,
Kentucky,
yeah, in Kentucky.
I have said this,
Yeah.
and you know what? I'm going to stop you right here. I have said this now for the past like 4 or 5 years. Kentucky has some of the best fucking riding, and
Hands down.
nobody ever talks about it.
Coal country,
Yes.
eastern Kentucky.
Yes.
Best riding, best roads
absolutely.
because the coal money for the coal trucks pays for some of the best pavement.
Fuck.
And that and there's some like frickin' transportation president guy or whatever that sat on for our president or whatever. Well, maybe 10 years ago, but he lived down there. So he made sure all the roads were fixed down there very well.
Nice.
And best riding ever.
Dude.
But Hazard County. My
Yep.
wife and I went from like Louisville down through Hazard and ended up, I think, in Tennessee for a night.
Nice.
And we realized it was like 40 and 50 mile an hour sweeper after sweeper after sweeper all day long.
Yeah.
And we realized at like 6 o'clock, it's like 6 o'clock. Two, we haven't had lunch. And then we're like, why haven't we stopped to eat anywhere? Well, there's no fucking bars.
No.
So-
yeah.
I mean, and not that I'm going to stop and drink and whatever, but I'm going to get a bar burger. You know, your hole-in-the-wall bars got the best pizza. They got the best
Right.
burgers. they got,
Usually, yeah.
You know, chicken wings, whatever. They're
Sticks
good
with
for,
you, too.
Yeah. It's like 6 o'clock, and we're like, damn, we never ate lunch. We need to find a hotel and some freaking food. But yeah, that was probably one of her and I's best days on the road. You
Yeah.
know, it's just beautiful, and we just crisscrossed some rivers and creeks and weird stuff. But you got to watch out for the coal trucks down there.
Yeah.
You know, they're scary. I had a coal truck. We were waiting to make a left turn, and it's maybe on this same trip, same day or not, I don't know. I'm waiting to make a left turn, and this coal truck comes from the right.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn, I'm going to get stuck behind this coal truck. And I knew like the next 10, 15 miles to my left that I'm going to make the turn behind this coal truck is on the map with some curvy, crazy, weird thing that everybody talked about.
Yeah.
Fucking stuck behind a coal truck. Hot rodded bagger, climbing the hill, two up, riding for everything me and that bike were really worth. I couldn't catch that son of a bitch.
Dude, them guys out there are fucking kamikazes,
Yeah,
man.
and they would on a right-hand corner,
Yep.
they would hop into the left-hand lane,
Yep.
oncoming traffic, and just huck the thing around the corner and start grabbing more gears.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, if somebody was coming down that hill from the other direction, they're dead.
Oh,
they got nowhere to go.
Yeah, me and my brother Mio, we took a ride out there last year, and yeah, them fucking truck drivers out there, they don't fuck around. They own the fucking highway.
Oh yeah, and they're 100. They're overweight. They're legally overweight.
Oh, yeah.
At like 130 tons or something like that, or 130,000. Excuse me, 130,000 or 120,000. So they're 40,000 pounds heavier than anything around here. Stop that son of a bitch.
You ain't stopping.
No, he's just going to grab another gear and leave you as a smear on the road. So, but yeah, I was like, wow, all right. So now I know what the coal trucks do. So don't head on a coal truck. But, gravel road riding down there too. I mean, I had a touring bike, but I'll turn that son of a bitch into a dual sport. And, the back roads, and you get off the beaten path and you see so much cool stuff down there in that coal country area.
Every motorcycle's off-road motorcycle as long as you point it in the right direction.
Absolutely. Don't high center it.
Don't.
I mean, that kind of sucks. Yeah.
That's why I don't lower my bikes. But I don't.
I don't either. I got long enough legs. I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. Thank God for tall people.
Uh-huh.
So, well, about to wrap this up. It's been almost an hour.
Damn.
Hard, and it flies by, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Any long-lasting words of advice you want to give the people?
My long-lasting word of advice?
Yeah. Gophers was don't be a douchebag.
Yeah.
I'd
tell you to put your fucking boots on, grab your fucking coffee, and go to fucking work in the morning.
God damn it.
Get shit done.
Get shit done. That's pretty good.
That's all I got.
That's pretty good.
Quit the fucking complaining.
Yeah.
A lot of complaining out these days, though. A lot of people.
Oh, yeah, whiny fucks.
A lot of victim culture going on, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
We could talk about nobody else is watching this. They
nobody's
usually turn
watching?
this off like halfway through.
Do they?
Yeah,
No.
usually.
They didn't even get to hear my fucking put my boots on.
I know.
24, 25 minutes in, they're done.
They're done. But that's okay. The real fans are watching this, like my mom. She's watching this.
Hey, Dirty's mom.
Hey,
You raised a good kid.
he's an asshole.
You can't blame this on her.
All of this.
This is society's fault. What are you talking about?
I blame it on society.
Your mom just didn't hit you hard enough.
Oh, man. No, I was just watching Repo Man this morning. Remember that old movie, Repo Man, with Emilio Estevez?
Well, yeah, come on.
I love that movie, man.
It's a good movie.
Oh, it's a great soundtrack. You got Black Flag on there. You got the Dead Presidents, Circle Jerks. All the good old punk bands,
It's a
man.
good fucking movie.
That's what he said at the end, that Duke. I blame it on society. Yeah.
No.
Turn off your TVs, people. Get in the garage.
Well, guys in clubs, there's that old, figure it the fuck out. Just fucking, here you go, America. Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, figure it the fuck out, man.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just get it done.
Get it done. Just do it. Yeah, people spend more time fucking jaw jacking on not doing something than you just had gotten it done twice over.
Take some personal fucking responsibility for yourself, for Christ's sakes.
All right, you guys are movie buffs. I'm sure you neither you have young kids. I don't either. But the Bugs
Well,
Life.
he's got a 10-year-old.
I got,
Oh,
young,
yeah,
I
the
got
Bugs
young
Life.
grandkids.
So when the ants fucking walk along and they see the stick in the fucking trail, and oh my god, what am I gonna do? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
People fucking stand around there and talk about how the hell they're gonna get over the stick or fucking walk around it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Climb over the son of a bitch. Don't quit fucking staring at it. Quit fucking talking about it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean,
fucking true, man.
it
That's
is true.
that's like a hardcore biker fucking way, is just fucking figure it out and fucking overcome it.
Yeah, when shit falls off your bike and it's necessary, like I don't even know.
Exhaust.
Sure, exhaust. All right.
Yeah, you
All right,
kinda
the
need
shit's
that.
kind of fucking clanking in the side. Find a bolt that's unimportant. Take it out. Bolt it back in with that.
Yeah.
Boom. Done that. All right.
Well, yeah.
Back on the fucking road.
Yeah.
When you're freaking you're in coal country Kentucky and you pull the clutch and the freaking clutch lever snaps in half in your hand. Ooh, that was neat. And
I bet that was fun.
Downhill gravel fucking weird situation. And I'm like, oh, I got 2 fingers and a heavy clutch spring and a shitty cable, and I'm like, all right, ride it to the bar. We get lunch or restaurant because there's probably no bars.
JB
Yeah.
Weld.
Well, no, you have the old piece in your hand still, and you steal a spoon, zip tie it, and medical tape it
Oh.
preferably electrical tape, but I didn't have any. I had medical tape.
I always have electrical tape.
Yeah, make a splint
Constricts very
out of
nice.
it. And then you ride that for the next day until a Harley dealership opens up in, I think, somewhere in Tennessee, and we get a clutch lever. Just fucking get it done.
Unless you're in the Smoky Mountain area, because that Harley-Davidson dealership does not have a service center. Ask me how I know.
Really?
Yep.
What the fuck is it, a T-shirt shop?
It's an outlet. What do they call it? A Harley-Davidson outlet? Because all they sell is like motorcycles and apparel. They do not have a service center.
Oh, it's a corporate store then.
It's a
Yes.
boutique.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
I'll do my bitch here about corporate store.
Okay, go ahead.
All
Do
right,
your
please.
bit.
You
Go
guys-
ahead.
you-
We
it's
got
your
time.
bit.
We got
It's an hour.
time.
We got time.
Nobody's paying attention.
Fucking
Fuck, who
Friday
cares?
night.
Fuck Harley. Anyways.
Dude, all right. So we lost a great dealership. Well, we lost a great dealership a lot of years ago when it sold out a Cutter. And
Yep.
and it turned into Douchebags R Us. And
Board tracker.
oh yeah, okay, thank you.
Fuck board tracker.
So
Yeah, they left a lot of people in the lurch,
Yeah.
didn't they?
oh god, yeah. It's
They're
just a
getting
shit
sued like a
show.
motherfucker, man.
They were getting sued when they bought the fucking
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
But they're not putting a Harley store in town or whatever.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. They got corporate stores. Windy City, Chicago. It's like fucking 12, 14 dealership. The old Milwaukee guy owns fucking everything out there.
Yep.
To buy a Harley dealership, you got to be like multiple years in business for yourself. You got to have like $1 million liquid. You got to be able to make the note on the freaking business. That's not what fucking bikers want.
No.
Bikers want like a dealership with a personality. I don't think any of those freaking 15 Windy City dealerships have a personality because it's all a fucking corporate thumbprint on their ass.
Yep.
And they need to freaking let 3 jackasses like us that can put enough scratch together and got the balls to sit on a freaking banknote for $1 million or whatever, put some freaking small ass dealership in, pedal bikes, give good service, and build the name. You look at the 70s and early 80s and stuff. It was all what brought the motor company back to life was the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody from corporate Harley's watching this. Probably not. And you said there's only
Probably
about 4
not.
people.
Hey,
that
you never
watch
know.
this.
I want to see if we're using the logo wrong or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. Huh, okay.
They tuned out as soon as we said a swear word.
We don't need corporate
Shit.
stores.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah. No shit. Have you ever counted how many fucking F-bombs you drop on this show?
Probably a lot.
Like actually took an episode and been like with like a little golf clicker of fuck.
Are you taking a fuck census on me?
I don't know. I'm just curious.
It's a fucking lot.
Sorry.
It's like in the shit. I hate fracking remembering names, but the Dazed and Confused movie.
I just watched that today.
Where-
That was on this morning.
how
man.
many times Mitch
Yeah.
touches his nose while
Yeah.
he's leaning on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
outside of the frickin' pool hall or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like 17 times he touches his nose and goes, "Oh man," or whatever. So you got.
We're not going to get any fucking corporate sponsorship now. But, oh well.
Oh, well.
Because
Oh,
I
well.
just asked for the fuck clicker.
No, just because
Oh.
I swear too much.
Oh.
No, it's true. But you know what? If they're going to have fucking Elton John in 2003 at the fucking... The 100th
yeah.
fucking anniversary fucking party, they can suck my dick.
And run out of beer
And run out of... Yeah, I ran out of beer. And
in
you got
Milwaukee.
And you got a flaming
Forgot
homosexual.
about that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's where they make the beer.
Yeah.
How do you run out of it?
Yeah.
I was down on Brady or Water Street or whatever with some friends, and his cousin was waitressing a restaurant or whatever down there, and we were eating dinner. And I don't know what street it was, but we were on the street that everybody exited that park.
Yeah.
It was like curb to curb wide, asses and elbows, going for beer and food.
Yeah.
And they're still playing. And I think he was still up there playing away.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah, man. I mean, it... Fuck.
Corporate Harley doesn't make
Fucking-
much sense.
Yeah.
Get it more people, down to the earth people. Jackasses like guys like us.
Yeah.
That want to put their balls on the line.
I'm going
and-
to tell you right now, I would have
know.
fucking X'd that whole fucking electric motorcycle they were trying to make.
I don't know.
I do.
I'm not gonna buy it.
No.
I ain't gonna buy it. But electric cars, electric bikes,
No, I
electric
get-
the shit. The gut wrenching acceleration, 100% horsepower from 0 RPM.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
And especially if they take all that like torque vectoring modulation garbage off
Yep.
of it, I bet you that thing's a wheelie eating monster.
I bet you it fucking rips like a motherfucker for all 20 fucking miles.
and it goes.
Yep.
I don't know. If you can
Not
hear
for me,
that,
though.
but-
That's the whole thing, right? I mean, think about traveling down some country road with that motherfucker, and there ain't no animal going to hear you.
Yep.
Hell yeah,
They'll probably
just-
run right in front of you because
Does it have a little speaker that goes potato,
I would hope,
potato,
right?
potato, potato out of the front?
I
of
would
it?
hope. I don't know. I'm never gonna get on one. I'm never gonna ride one.
You know what? If I get a free test ride, I might take it for a lap just to say I have. You know?
I hear it's not doing too well.
No. God.
Yeah,
Who's
go
got
figure.
What millennials got 30 G's to drop on an electric motorcycle? What millennials got 25 G's to drop it on a base model street glide?
What millennial gives a fuck about motorcycles these days? Yeah.
Hey man, I got a 21-year-old nephew that just bought his first motorcycle a year ago.
Oh no, they're out there.
They're out there.
I got an 18-year-old niece that she's getting her first car here because she's big city kid, and she's finally like, okay, I'm old and I got to get a license and stuff, and she'll be on a bike of her own in a few years.
We got a hanger-on that's 22.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out there, but I'm just saying, like, I remember back in the day, man, we were all fucking about motorcycles and fucking going fast, like everybody I knew. And now it's like
that was the sport bike craze, though. What? How old are you?
40.
40. All right,
41.
so
41.
I think
I'll be
30.
42 pretty soon.
Am I 39? Yeah, I'm 39.
Yeah.
So, and when you and I were coming up into it at 18, 19, 20, whatever,
Yeah.
it was this, sport bike craze of,
yeah.
like, southern Wisconsin, you weren't cool unless you had a sport bike.
Well, yeah,
Or you were
because
old
you gotta,
and had a Harley.
Well, because you got to realize when we were coming up, fucking that's right when Harley started getting stupid fucking expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They started, like, there was no fucking buying a 10-year-old motorcycle for next to nothing and fucking slapping baling wire on shit and making it work. No.
They had a waiting list.
Yeah.
yeah.
If there was
Yeah.
if it said fucking HD on the tank, you were spending no less than $5,000 on the motherfucker. We're talking about iron heads.
Yeah.
Because people were just so fucking hell bent on getting a fucking Harley, and you couldn't buy one at a dealership.
Yeah.
Because there was a waiting list and fuck. So yeah. So I can get a sport bike for a couple grand, and it's fucking fast as fuck, and chicks dig it, and yeah, fuck yeah, I had a
Chicks
sport
dig
bike.
sport bikes.
They really, the younger chicks.
Oh, yeah.
The younger
I suppose.
chicks.
I
ain't getting the wife on a. When I met the wife, I had a sport bike, and she was like, "This kind of sucks," and now there's no way.
I had a sport bike.
So what did he do? He gets a retro Suzuki.
Well, yeah, there was
Said, "Oh, that sucks."
Back in the day,
sit on
yeah.
something smaller, dear.
It was better than a crotch rocket.
That's true.
It was
That's
better
true.
than the crotch rocket, she says.
I started on a cruiser. I started on a V-Star Classic.
I started on a 78 CB 750.
650 or
650.
the wife's got a V-Star 1100 Classic.
Yeah, best beginner bike ever.
They track
Ever.
well. They're
yeah.
easy
well
to keep
balanced.
Up. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. It's a good cruising bike.
Absolutely. And
And the
just-
motor's pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, they run great. And then in 03, you talk about when things got hard to buy bikes, I bought my Dyna. And I went in and I sat on the waiting list, and I got the phone call from Henry, Hank, up at Cutter back in the day.
Yeah.
Best salesman ever. Passed, sadly. But, yeah, I get a phone call from him. He's like, hey, I pulled your name on the Dyna list or whatever here. I got a black Super Glide, and I'm like,
Sold.
done. I got to come down and put a couple grand down on it and do the financing note and blah, blah, blah. But, and then I stared at it pretty much until the weather got nice.
Yeah.
Sucked.
it is
But
what
hey,
it is.
I had it for the spring. But yeah, that was tough times. Everybody had to have a Harley. Everybody, and that's why the market's flooded now too.
I was a
Huge
dirtbag. I
shit.
didn't have any credit. I had a fucking crotch rocket back then. It's okay. You're fancy.
I had plenty of sport bikes in the midst of things, and that's when I learned that I can't have them. I had a couple Buells. I've had a couple little old beater Ninjas and stuff like that. I still love someday I will own a Busa with a turbo hanging off the side of it and a 10-inch over swing arm and just stupid fast.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
drag strip kind of bike.
Byron, here I come.
Yeah. But
Superman, that fucker. All the way down to 1320. Anyway, so yeah, the final word was get to work, huh?
yeah, put your boots on, get your coffee,
Fuck, I don't.
get shit done.
That's
Get shit done.
fucking rock solid advice.
Right on. That's pretty good advice.
I got nothing else, man.
No, man. It's been a pleasure having you on here today.
Fuck yeah, man. Thanks for
Appreciate
doing
you
it.
having us out.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
myself.
Thanks for your high-end hooch.
Yeah, anytime.
I wish I
Fucking-
could have drank it. I got too good at it. I had to
You're
stop.
too good at it.
Yeah, you went
Stop.
professional.
I see
You had to
are, and
retire.
then-
I went professional. My liver and kidneys decided to try to jump out of my body.
I'm getting there, man.
I do hear, but there is a NA whiskey out there.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, a
How
couple
do you-
guys found it in Daytona, and I heard you could buy an NA whiskey, and it tastes like shit, but it tastes like shitty whiskey. So when you're on the wagon,
So it tastes like
And-
Jack Daniels.
no, I'm thinking it's
More Fleischmann's.
It's more, yeah, it's more plastic.
It tastes like
Yeah,
Seagram's.
plastic bottle screw on
Oh.
cap type kind of whiskey.
The high-end
Yeah,
OE.
yeah,
Back
like-
then, any
like,
port in a storm, man, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
homeless whiskey.
Homeless whiskey.
The blackberry brandy of whiskey.
Yeah, yeah. But they drank it. I believe the way the story goes, they did drink it, but they were not very happy with it. But you know, they were on the wagon and they got it done.
Hey, man, get to work.
Yeah.
Get to work.
Making a better NA whiskey.
Right. Well, thanks a lot for everybody. If anybody, thanks a lot for Dirty's mom that tuned in to the end of the show. And keep in mind, everybody, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars later.